Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the American Dream on Better Call Paul. This is episode 5 and the first team we come up against is a Premier League squad. We pick up Rossi and Palacio before the game begins to prove the quality of our attacking force, but as you'll see in the video, I end up regretting those two transfers. They do not perform well at all. In these first few clips, you'll see how one-dimensional they are. They're decently fast, but the main reason I picked them up is because of the shooting and finishing ability. But unfortunately, that's not enough because without being tall enough to head the ball in and without having much pace, they're just nowhere near as good as strikers like Doumbia and Sturridge. And those two strikers, Doumbia and Sturridge, are going to be the ones that make the final cut for the team. At this point, I'm still trying to feel out what our ideal squad is before I go ahead and charge straight for Division 1. I want to make sure that the squad I put on the field is the best possible combination. The footage you're seeing right now is just to display how frustrating this game went for me. We were presented chance after chance, and I kept saying to myself, oh, if they were only a little bit taller, if they were only a little bit faster, I would have been able to score in those situations. I think the two most frustrating are this chip shot you're about to see, where I miss it, it just goes wide right, just by a little bit, and then the one right after that, where I intercept a goal kick, and we still don't score even after that crystal clear opportunity. I want to remind you that all of these clips are from the exact same game. I think I hit the crossbar 3 times. We had that intercepted goal kick. We had several long shots that were just barely over the bar or hit the bar. The fact that we did not put a single goal in all those opportunities is just egregious. And now you'll see the final clips in the game where I'm making my last efforts to try and score, and I'm not able to score. If you read this score sheet at the end, and let's just say, for instance, you covered up the score and just read the shots, I would guess that maybe I put in 2 or 3 goals, to be honest, but in the end, nothing. And my opponent, I mean, he was relatively unlucky as well, too. He had 4 shots on target, didn't put a single goal in. Well, that's enough chat about that game. Let's move on to the next one. For our first goal here in the 37th minute, which is relatively late in the first half, we get one in just by sheer luck. What happens is we have a nice cross in, and after lucky deflection, it goes right up into the path of one of our strikers, and he just tips the ball right in. Very lucky, somewhat chaotic goal, but I'll take it. I mean, after that last game, I'll take a goal off anything. For now, I'd like to freeze play right here and just talk a little bit about containing your opponent within the box. What you want to do is keep your defender centered and right in front of the attacker as he moves in the box. Your goal right now isn't necessarily to tackle him, it's just to block his passing and shooting options. Stay in front of him, give him a little bit of space, and just maintain a minimum amount of distance so that he can try his dribbling moves, but if he tries anything to get past you, you can easily step right in and take the ball. And as you'll see right here, he dribbles down the left wing, and I end up getting an easy standing tackle on him after he makes a mistake. Our second goal comes courtesy of a give and go, and Choupo-Moting slams it into the far post. Beautiful shot, beautiful goal. It just goes to show that sometimes simplicity is best in FIFA. For the third and final goal of this game, my opponent does not stay silent, and he puts a goal in after a wonderful passage of play. The passage of play was very rapid, and I could not keep up with how quickly his passes came off, and he's able to sink one right in. The match does end 2-1, and after the match, I open up a community pack and get De Rossi. They were giving out these free community packs during community weekend. FIFA was running a special of some sort, and I'm able to get De Rossi, and he fits right into our Italian team, so I fill him in immediately. Also, we purchased Socrates off the transfer market. He should be a great help on defense. He's a pacey defender, and right now we need pacey defenders if we're to handle our opposition. And we also pick up Alessio Cerci. He's an excellent player. I had him on my last team, and I expect great things from him. And with that, let's hop right into our next game. We get lucky on our first goal yet again. We attack down the left wing with Doumbia. He gets a shot off, and the keeper mismanages the ball. And after that, our player gets a shot outside the box. It bounces off one of his defenders, and In a very odd way, it goes into the net. I did not expect it to travel that way, but I was relieved all the more when it did go in. Oh, and as you just saw right there, I get fouled inside the box after a corner kick. Sometimes on corner kicks, I like to pass it to the man is called to the flag just to dribble it into the box and shake my opponent up, and we get rather fortunate with that as well and earn a PK. We put the PK in. It's more of a formality at this point, but it's a goal nonetheless. For our third goal of the first half, Cersei scores a glorious finesse shot outside the box, and for his debut game, he does very well. And before the game can end with us having a clean sheet, Ramsey puts in a lovely goal, strikes the post, dribbles into the box excellently. I'm impressed, but Cersei puts in another goal, so we get the last laugh in the end. And that finesse shot he just scored is one of the sexiest goals I've seen so far in the series. Props to him. All in all, the game finishes 4-1. In the break, we pick up Lucas Piszczek for our Bundesliga team. He's a great right back. In my opinion, he's the best right back in the Bundesliga, and he's affordable, so we pick him up before the start of our next game. And speaking of sexy goals, I was just like a moment of silence for this next goal. This goal was incredible. With that goal taking into account Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting with definitely the best goal that I have seen so far in this series. I'm sorry, seriously, I gotta hand it to him. The heel flick trumps all. To retaliate, my opponent uses Klose to do what he does best. He puts in that low cross and Klose jumps right up to get it. Then after that, he scores again with Muller. Another well-aimed cross. I don't know what I could have done about it, and that's what's the most frustrating thing about it. We don't hold back, though. In the 73rd minute, we get a nice run down the right wing, and we just put in a simple pass to the center, and Joljic, one of our midfielders, is able to put it in. I think it was his first goal ever on our team. That goal concludes our episode today. The game finishes 2-2. I will see you guys in the next episode. If you look at the shots, it looks like I should have won, but water under the bridge. I'll see y'all next time.